I'm a bit of an aggressive personality when it comes to, you know, things I want to get done. So I'm hoping that's not going to carry off with me, whatever you say in English. But no, I think my plan is to be a little bit conservative in the beginning, earn a bit of respect, and except from that, you know, hopefully have a good time, and in between win a lot of chips.
Mickey raking up that big pot, but the chips to her right, the ones she might have been able to get in, and Mickey saying she did not want to overcommit.
Difficult board though with the flush there as well, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think I lost about a pound of sweat during that hand.
It's quite bad. What's it for?
There is Patricia McLean under the gun. Pretty little necklace there for Patricia. And you talk about Irish poker, the McLeans, they're one of the dynasties of the game.
Absolutely. Son Stephen plays, husband Alan does, and father-in-law Leslie. 3 generations of that family do play Texas Hold'em.
Cool.
Little limp in from Beverly Pace.
And raising
and
225 total.
8-9 suited for Beverly, and Johanna has raised. Oh, now she's picked up the bullets. You know, Johanna, who could basically be short stacked her out right now, has picked up some huge hands, and she intends to make these bullets pay.
175.
Beverly will peel off a flop here.
Queens and kings so far. The score is 1-all. How will she fare with the aces?
6 ace 5.
And that's the second time that Johanna has flopped a set of aces.
Now Johanna is betting here because of that flush draw on the board. And quite simply, that flop was way too good for her.
Yeah. 7 would have made Beverly a straight, but with 3 diamonds on board, no way she's going to chance it.
Yeah, if it had come 5-6 of clubs with an ace, then maybe Beverly would have gone somewhere with a gut shot and a flush draw. But as it was, aces, kings and queens. She's 1, 2 out of 3. Johanna playing well with big hands.
Poker's in their blood here at the Labrokes European Ladies Championship. This is a very ecumenical game so far. Leilani Dowding has got her head in the air, but the action is on her. She folds up quickly.
50 to play. Cool.
Limp in from Chloe. Who's, do you think maybe it's because it's early days, Roy? She's trying to play a lot of hands, see if she can acquire some chips.
Well, it's not really an action table, is it? It's not as though Olympian's going to get 4 or 5 more limpers behind. And Jackie, for the first time, has a genuine hand.
Yeah, the hookaroos from the big blind. And this time, Chloe is going to peel off a flop. And this is a disaster for Chloe.
Well, it depends how it's paid. If Jackie ever bets this,
200.
well, that must be called.
This is trouble for Chloe Bale, Roy.
500 to play.
Jackie may just push here. No, she's called. 2 became 5 is a call.
Well, a small card.
10 or a 9 is what Chloe needs. She's hit it. This is now trouble for Jackie. She's finally picked up a big hand, Roy, and she's in danger.
Well, maybe Jackie's recognised the fact that Chloe has a 10.
Well, Chloe must know if she wasn't.
We also know Jackie's not afraid to put all her chips in. A small bet here from Chloe could provoke the big move.
Jackie's eyes on Chloe's chips. Chloe with a dweller, but she's betting, Roy, and she's trying to milk Jackie here.
Now is Jackie going to think my hand is too big to pass? She is.
That pink chip worth 500, Jackie just calling. Anything but a jack.
It's a king. Check or bet?
I'll go all in.
Going all in?
Oh, Roy. I do believe Jackie's going to get called here. She may be our first casualty tonight.
Nobody wants to go home first.
And Chloe Bale's got a very tough decision here.
Nobody wants to go home first, and I think Jackie has recognised that. She doesn't know if she's winning or not with her jacks, you know. But she knows if she gets her chips in, her chances are massively increased.
Is there any way Chloe can lay this down? What a big bet Jackie's made.
Should have bet bigger that low on the turn.
Well, that doesn't make too much sense because she's got 3 of a kind. If you think her opponent's just called a
She
king,
got a pair of kings.
she's only got a pair or 2 pairs.
She's scared of king's full.
He's been listening to Mark Greco. It's always asking people what they got, isn't he?
I mean, I wouldn't imagine Jackie has that many chips, you know. She's done a lot of damage. But if you play a 9-10
She looks far too happy.
and you get 3 of a kind,
Tell you what, Jackie Dwan on the edge. If she can get away with this, it'll be a massive, the biggest bluff we've seen. And the second time Jackie stuck all her chips in on not much.
Chloe stops and figures this one out. Why does your opponent want to move all in? Because they've got the best of it, because they want you to pass.
That river helped you, didn't it?
Nice thing Chloe's taking her time here, Roy. She's not going to rush this decision.
She's talking herself out of it, Jesse.
Wow! She has laid it down. And Jackie Dwan, who has been on the edge of pins and needles, has just laid down a monster bluff.
And then the king came down, and straight away her eyes lit up, and she just pushed all in. And I thought, she's got a king. She had kings, and that was her higher pair. And I made the mistake of throwing it down, and I now know that she didn't. She had a pair of jacks, and my 10s were walking all over her. I find playing women harder than playing men, I think. But I think, you know, you have to fear everybody. Everybody's in with a chance, you know, but I think we all stand a good chance as well, so.
So, as a result of that confrontation, Chloe Bale drops to the bottom of the pile. She's now on 3,775 chips. Her opponent, Jackie Dwan, up to 4,675. But leading the way, Mickey May, 8,125. She is your clear chip leader.
Shuffle up, riffle, piffle, and deal. 8 ladies leaning in here to receive their weapons of doom. And it will be your chip leader, Mickey May. Go on, Mickey. Under the gun.
They are your sunglasses, Jess.
Actually, Mickey buys all my sunglasses. I have to borrow them from her. King 6, no-go. 100 to call, more if you like it. And has the action tightened up now since the blinds got a little bit bigger?
No, not necessarily. It's just a case of, has anyone picking up big hands?
Raise.
Raise.
And Vivi
I'll
just
raise
limping in
another
on the
200.
button. Chloe, small blind,
300.
saying
total.
pump it up with the ace dame. Quick call from Vivi, who's got 2 live cards. There's about 400 in this pot right now. King. Top pair for Vivi, trouble for
King.
Chloe.
500.
Well, Chloe has an overcard to the flop and a gut shot for a straight, so a jack or an ace puts her back in front.
Raise.
And it's obviously a jack for the nuts, which would give Vivi 2 pair.
300 to call.
Roy, this is a huge bet for Vivi. She's just stuck 2,000, and that's half her stack. And Chloe has a decision for basically all her chips.
Well, she now knows if she re-raises all in, it will be called. And so, is my ace high good? Probably not. She has to pass. Good, strong, solid, aggressive play by Vivi there.
I mean, Vivi not worried at all about the ace-king, is she, Roy?
I suppose the likelihood is small blind or big blind to pick up an ace-king. She did raise pre-flop. She did indicate strength. You know, I do wonder that 9-10 incident, if Chloe did just show Vivi her 9-10 there, because Vivi looks so disappointed for her. And I wonder if Vivi's now thinking this is a weak player to my left and I'm going to exploit her.
So with the raise on the flop, Vivi Santhor, that's the first serious pot she's been involved in. Action on Johanna Picing. She was on the hook earlier like a smallmouth bass, but wriggled off. And you have to figure if she gets going in this tournament, Roy, she is going to be very dangerous.
That's
Well, As much as I do respect her play, she has had some mighty starting hands.
Leilani with the pocket quattros here.
Called.
I think Chloe Bell might be getting a bit frustrated now. Everything she does seems to be wrong.
5 100s.
Just a couple of limp-ins here. Yeah, Chloe doesn't seem to have the rhythm right now, does she?
Leilani's been very quiet, very intent. She's not been engaging in table talk. She's taken absolutely everything in. She's got herself in a three-way pot with just a small pair.
Yeah, Beverly Pace getting the free flop with the 10-5.
2 6.
And in fact, 2-4 is the best hand right now.
Check.
And you must recognise that's not
Check.
the worst flop for a pair of fours.
Check.
She's lost the initiative. She's
Yeah.
checked. Everyone gets a free card.
10.
And that's the best hand for Beverly, who was wasting no time.
200. Pass.
One thing about Beverly Pace, Roy, if she's got an opportunity to win the pot, she's taken it.
Well, she
200.
also figures out a situation well, doesn't she? There was no bet on that flop, so I don't think there's a big hand out there, a hand of any substance. I've now hit a pair. It's probably good. I'm not giving away a free card. It's only a pair, and it's only a poor kicker. I'm going to bet it and find out, hopefully win, and that's what she's done.
Chloe looking a bit frustrated, but all going smooth here for Beverly Pace.
Would I try and bluff you? Would I? I wouldn't actually. I would have seen it play.
100.
Looks like Norwegian Vivi
Pass.
folded up shop. Around now to
Raise.
Patricia McLean.
300.
Now, Patricia, it's probably the worst hand she's raised with. I was about to say she only plays quality cards.
This is Mickey with the re-raise. She said raise. It's 300 and a re-raise to 6 from Mickey. Patricia will not be happy about the ace-6, and actually it's leading right now, Roy.
But it's very passable.
Call.
But it's not, says Patricia.
Tell you what, if Patricia doesn't flop the ace here, Mickey's got the initiative. She's looking a bit worried. Head up here. This pot's pretty big. Oh, 2-pair for Patricia McLean.
And she's afforded herself a check. Oh, Mickey's going to fall into this trap.
I do believe she will.
Raised.
Now, Patricia must now be thinking, you have an ace,
Sorry, raised.
but I doubt you've got 2-pair now. That's not the case.
That's a big old raise.
She's quite simply caught Mickey at it. And that's a good old-fashioned check raise, which has got paid. I think this is job done.
I would say so. Obviously, Mickey capable of, okay. You have to take this one from here, Roy. I had palpitations.
Well, you know, Mickey made a move and she ran into Patricia McLean making a bigger move.
Glamour under the lights. More important, poker here. And it will be Patricia McLean, who's made a little bit of a
100.
statement for herself lately. 100 to call.
Raised.
Couple of niners.
350.
And that's a pretty big raise. 100 becomes 350, Roy.
3 times the big blind and a bit for interest.
Pass.
Respect given around the table here. Vivi taking a squeeze.
Pass.
It looks like Chloe wants to
Call.
play.
350.
2 overcards for Chloe. Roy, she's getting a bit desperate and frustrated, isn't Chloe? She needs to hit a pair here.
She does indeed. She's picking up big hands. It's just not going right for her.
8.
Oh, what a lovely flop for 2 nines.
Check or bet.
Well, checking a bet. I think this one's over.
500.
And the reason you bet in this situation is not to give your opponent a free card, to hit an ace or a jack in this case. Good sensible bet by Patricia McLean. She's already playing better than her husband Alan. Father-in-law Leslie, well, we gave up on him years ago.
Yeah, it's her son, Stephen, who's the player of the family, or who was until Patricia came into town. But Chloe looking very scraggly short right now, chip-wise. And what does she have to do to get back in it, you have to wonder.
Big blind.
Poor Chloe Bale, soon to play the point of an orphan girl here. She's short stacked, and Mickey May there under the gun has had the reverse fortunes up to this juncture. Mickey craning in.
100.
That's 100 to call.
Pass.
Still so remarkable. There's 48 women still sat in this tournament.
Tell you what, folding the ace-7, folding the aces, you have to figure that there's some play on this table.
Call.
And that's unusual for Vivi, just calling on the button, Roy.
Yeah, you pick up an ace on the button. I think you're obliged to pick up the blinds or attempt to.
Patricia says, flop 'em quick.
9-5 queen.
And this is just what the doctor ordered for Chloe Bale. 2 per, Roy. Can she check?
I think you can definitely afford a check with 2 pair. Has anyone got enough of a hand to come out betting?
Well, she may get a little gumpo from Vivi. No, it's
300.
Patricia.
And Patricia has a gut shot.
Re-raise. 1,000.
Wow, that's going to do it, Roy. And really probably the only thing that could keep Patricia going is to get the free card to catch the 8. So Chloe's made a nice raise here.
Yeah, absolutely. She's picked up a good-sized pot with minimum gamble.
Patricia may think about it for a bit, but
I think when you get to the stage of 2 pairs or 3 of a kind, that's the time you can afford check raising.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a fan of flopping a pair and checking it.
Johanna, the stare of the gods there. It's snowing here at the Ladbrokespoker.com European Ladies Championship. Lots of white on white in the night here. Chloe Bale with 100 to call. And this has been trouble for Chloe so far tonight, Roy.
Yeah, experience will teach all these players in time that you just don't limp in with 2 cards that are nice, pretty, add up to 20 or more, an ace. You raise in late position with them, you fold them in early position. That's the up and down of it.
Yeah, Vivi thrilled for the freebie. And here comes the flipper. Action will be on Leilani,
4, 4, 10.
who's hit a bit of it.
500.
500 and a 300 pot. That's saucy.
It's asking not to get called. It is the best of it.
False. Fold.
10 pins from that side, and Leilani raking one. You know, I think Leilani is very near abouts where she started 5,000 in chips. She hasn't picked up many hands. She's bet aggressively. Roy, she's really showing a developed game.
Yeah, I think actually the TV won't faze me. I'm usually really quiet though. People think, I don't know what they must think, like I've got nothing to say, but I get really focused and just sort of concentrate on the game. So, yeah, people can't really read me a lot actually because I don't chat too much.
8 players at this feature table, and of course I can see the silhouettes of some other fantastic ladies in the back there. The Debbie Fishes in this tournament. Debbie Rogers, some very, very strong player. There's Patsy McLean, who's pretty aggressive so far. Mickey with the slickster, just doubling the bet. And Mickey's picked up her host of big hands so far and hasn't been shy.
Just got to sort out her bet sizes, I think. She could go home and give her a bit more coaching, Jessie, because just doubling the bet, it does create a lot of callers.
I get the blame for everything. Flat call from Leilani with the 2 sevens, and Vivi not interested with the lower ace. We're head up here for the flop, and Mickey's eyes over on Dowding.
Jack,
Couple
6.
of hearts there. I think Mickey's got a flush draw. This could be fireworks.
Check or bet.
Well, indeed, it's not the worst flop in the world for a pair of 7s.
300.
Mickey could raise here. She's going to. She's
Mickey's
doubling the
check
stakes.
raised here,
Call.
and Leilani's coming. Jackson 7's leading now. Ace, king, or heart is what Mickey needs to pick up. And that's
8.
changed nothing.
Check or bet.
Mickey has a 15 card draw here, 9 hearts, 3 aces and 3 kings.
Not to mention the 8s, Roy, which would counterfeit Lilani.
Throw in the 8s as well.
300.
That may not be big enough a bet, yeah.
No, she's going nowhere. So Mickey has a lot of cards out there to catch, but at the moment she's trailing.
Jackson 7's leading. Mickey needs help. That did not. She might take it with the big bet. This pot's pretty big now.
So far Mickey's not mustered a big bet. I think this could be check. Because when Lilani's sitting, it's got worse and worse. An 8 is not good news for a pair of 7s. A queen is certainly not good news. But Mickey knows she's bet it twice and been called twice and raised.
Check.
Mickey has checked. And Lilani will take that pot. Well, Mickey had a big draw there, but you have to figure, Roy, a huge bet there might have won it, but Lilani hung on in there, and Jackson 7's the best.
Please, blinds up for me, please.
Fairly deep into the second level here. The Labrokespoker.com European Ladies Championship, and a full field of 48. Anyone who thought this was going to be easy to win was wrong.
Next level on the blinds.
Blinds of
150 to play.
Oh, and the dealer has just announced blinds up again. Beginning of the third level makes it 75-150, Roy.
Yeah, I can see some